Can you tell them? Oh, cool. They just hung up on me. Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. You're good.
I don't want him yelling next to me because they're going to shoot at him.
Hey guys, so this is really taking a turn here. They were blocking the front of this facility, and now these agents have responded by trying to walk in their own cars, and they are starting to use some pepper or tear gas agents to move parts of the crowd. You can hear them saying shame. And so this has really just all taken place in the last 3 minutes or so. So this has taken definitely an escalation. This gate is one of the gates they were trying to block to stop Border Patrol and ICE agents from getting inside. And then at some point there was a notice to give a clearing. And when that clearing happened, these agents showed up, and you see them armed, and that is a less than lethal weapon here that they're shooting pepper balls toward the crowd. And they've cleared a certain section, but now as you see them, they're sort of retreating back toward their main gate here. But this is definitely taking more of an offensive stance from the Border Patrol agents that's happening right in front of us. Absolutely. Yeah. So we've talked to people. Yeah, we've talked to people from all over Minnesota who told us they were very angry about what was going on, and they decided to come here to voice their anger. This protest started at 7 o'clock local time. I'm sorry for the cowbell that's in my ear here, but at the same time, what they wanted to do was they wanted to cross the street so that they could block ICE agents from getting into work. Now you see the Border Patrol responded once these people surrounded the gates. There's 3 gates at this federal facility. We're about 4 or 5 minutes from the airport. And when they decided to do that, they decided to make sure that they made it hard for these agents to get into the facility to start their day. We saw several times agents driving through the crowd, and they were trying to make sure that no one would get hurt in that situation. And then at some point, they were able to block gate 4, and that's when this SRT unit decided to come out with their pepper ball guns. They fired several shots of the pepper balls into the crowd. You can still smell it in the air. It's very hard to talk sometimes when you smell that smell. They took that aggressive stance, but they didn't detain anybody so far. They just used it to really settle that crowd down. Now you see these folks right here, they are wearing the vest. They're trying to keep the crowd separated from these Border Patrol agents. And I will tell you, even since we've been here, now they're taking a less than aggressive stance on this side. So this is all unfolded, even since our live shot where we were talking to people who were obviously angry and upset, but at the same time, they hadn't crossed any lines. It seemed like the line that was crossed was the idea of blocking the agents from getting inside this federal facility. So quickly. I hear you talking, but I can't hear you. Say it louder. Hey guys, it's taking a turn. All right, they're shooting pepper balls. So they identified somebody they wanted in this crowd. They aggressively went after them. They pushed their way in. Now they're shooting pepper balls toward the crowd to keep everyone back. We don't know why they decided to go after this gentleman. There was a bunch of people standing still, and then all of a sudden they ran in and tried to grab him. This created a situation, as we move a little closer here, where they're putting the handcuffs on this guy right here. Now this guy's trying to get involved, so they're going to take him down as we speak. The pepper ball spray is very strong. They use that to make sure that the crowd stays back. So one of the problems that we see is that some of the protesters are standing behind the media members. You see how upset people are getting, and you see how angry folks are. This crowd is on the edge when it comes to the tactics that are being used. We are not sure why they decided to identify this man as someone they needed to take into custody, but obviously this is the second person that they have gone after into this crowd. There were a lot of women who got pushed down to the ground, which made more of the men in the crowd get upset and push back. We saw a physical confrontation where a man put two hands and shoved one of the agents in the chest. That made the agents respond with more force. And as you can hear the crowd now saying shame, but at least they've stopped shooting pepper balls at this point, which really, and they're taking this man away right now. So as you see this, they've actually asked for the, now they're pushing again. And this is really, they're firing more pepper balls. So as you see that smoke coming back our direction, I got you, Effie. I have my arm around our photographer here because this crowd is shifting on this ice. There's a lot of pushing and shoving, and people are very angry. We have some people opening their jackets and saying, shoot me here, shoot me here. And that now they're pulling back the man they arrested in this direction over here, falling back to the gate that we talked about before. They also have bear spray as well that they're using. Look at this right here. They're going after someone else. So you can feel the anger of this crowd. People want to hit these agents. Some people started throwing snowballs at them. This agent obviously fell and had to be retrieved by his fellow agents as they pulled him back. So this is all unfolding as the anger continues here. So you can. 100%. I got a good win. That's why I put my arm around you. I was gonna let you fall, brother. I got you. No, 100%. What in the world is this? Bro, like, come on. Nah, bro, come on. Nah. Like, come on, man. Well, here we go. Here we go. What do you, what?
Are you still dialed in?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna. I just asked the desk to see if they can like not do the digital live stream thing now, or if they want to do it.
Yeah, if they want to do more, these guys are preparing snowballs. Just so you know. Who's behind this? All right. So do they need us live anymore, or should we go to the?
Yeah, are you still dialed in?
I can go back.
They want you to dial back in.
Okay, cool. Ryan Young is dialed back in. Okay, hey, I have something that I would like to ask John Miller about. So one of the things I've noticed here is that, okay. Hey, I've got something that I wouldn't mind saying to John to have him react off of, which is some of these guys clearly didn't have discipline over their gear and their stuff was falling out as they were involved in it. I think it'd be interesting to have him react to that because it's been very interesting to see the level of. Cool. Okay, cool. Okay.
This is still federal property. We're just asking you guys to please cross the street.
Oh, so
Yes, we're just asking you guys to please cross the street.
Okay.
It's still federal property.
Up to the street or the line? Which one?
On the streets, technically public, right?
So we can stand there? Okay, cool. We're being moved. They've asked us to move off federal property. So we're walking this direction and following orders. Well, here we go again. Here we go. All right. Here we go. People are following. I'm trying to go that direction. All right, we got some push. Wait. Why push? Like, why are you pushing? Oh, look. This woman is mad. I think they're just burning something. Fucking crook. Effie. As long as I know where your back is, I could go like here. You know what I mean?
shit out.
All right, they have deployed an agent, folks. They have deployed an agent. Control room, they have deployed an agent. Yeah, yeah, they definitely use gas, John, and I didn't have this us being gassed 3 times before the day got started here, but that's what they used. They deployed the agent in the corner where that American flag is, and they allowed it to breeze back this way to kind of break up the crowd. One of the things that we should talk about, and I would love for John Miller to talk about this, is what we're seeing is a different level of maybe training per agent. There's some agents here who are trying to use de-escalation, and they're talking with the protesters and trying to walk them through it. Then there are other agents who are literally having conversations where they're antagonizing the protesters, telling them to bring it if they want to bring it, and they're using their body to physically push people down to the ground. We've watched that in several different occasions that happened right here on the line. The last time you joined us, we were across the street there. They have now pushed us off that federal property, and they've created this line here. The other thing that we've noticed is some of these skirmishes, it shows a level of control when it comes to their equipment that doesn't seem to really match what they should be doing. We've seen several of the Border Patrol agents dropping parts of their equipment. There are Border Patrol agents here with body cameras on. Some of those have fallen to the ground. We've seen some of their agents in terms of pepper spray fall to the ground. But these are all armed with the pepper spray lethal agents, and they've been deploying them. Let's walk a little closer to the line here, and I'll walk you back this direction. One of the things that we've noticed is it seems like in the last half hour or so, more agents have arrived. And not only agents from Border Patrol, but it seems like some Homeland Security special response teams have arrived here as well. I'm just going to walk you to the front of the line here and show you this. So this, for instance, this gentleman right here has been challenging a lot of the agents and getting in their faces nonstop. He's been doing a lot of the talking back and forth. You see, as we look down this line here, that you can see the faces of people. So this has been very interesting to watch as people have been screaming that they're murderers. And now every single gate around this federal facility has been clear of the protesters. They made sure to set this up. I would count no less than 50 officers, all in the special fatigues here. You can see some of these agents are Border Patrol. The agents down there seem to be like from Homeland Security. There could be some of the ICE agents here as well. But this has been very interesting to watch as each sort of line here has a different level of expertise when it comes to dealing with some of these protesters. You have to realize when you're on this line, people are going to yell at you. Some of them have been fine with it. Now, when anybody starts to grab a snowball and looks like they're getting ready to throw it, they've been responding very quickly and going into that crowd to grab that person. who might get ready to throw a snowball. But in the last few minutes or so, this is the level in which we're at. You can see the agent here. It looks like a paintball gun. That's where the pepper balls are in that, and they're able to disperse that very quickly. A lot of times they've been using that to shoot toward the ground. That way they can disperse the agent to the crowd. So that's where we are at this point, John.
So I think their goal of an hour has been completed. Folks are obviously still here, and advocates are really chanting, screaming, wanting ICE to be held accountable. They're chanting Renee Good's name. They are chanting for ICE to get out of our state. They're chanting expletives too. I mean, there's just a lot of emotions tied to this. A lot of folks feeling angry, as you can see by this crowd here, and wanting accountability. This crowd has been here for quite some time. We've been here since 4:30 this morning. Yeah, it looks like they are coming out right now. Yeah, as the crowd is starting to disperse, more and more agents are coming out of the building here. Yeah, they're continuing to come out. I'm counting at least 10, maybe more. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, at least dozens. I'm looking on both sides now. Dozens more coming out, adding to, I mean, easily 100 plus, hundreds agents out here just alongside this crowd. Yeah. No, I haven't. Now that you say that, I have only seen federal agents. I've seen most of these agents have a Border Patrol federal agent insignia on their vests. I have seen an ICE insignia as well, but I have not seen Minneapolis police officers or local law enforcement, for that matter, present here. It's just been federal agents and protesters. So there are, I'm not sure if you can hear that announcement, but there are folks who are looking to leave for their own safety. There have been this morning physical altercations. There's been tear gas, chemical irritant thrown into the crowd, and this crowd is starting to disperse here. But they have held their ground for quite some time this morning. And really, we saw hundreds at one point. Now it is dispersing, but there are still people holding their ground and holding that line alongside federal agents here this morning. I'm taking a look at some of them. Still more agents are coming out of the building, Maria. I'm still seeing folks come out, and I am seeing protesters, line on wrap around all around this, the perimeter of the Whipple building. So there are mixed messages. Some folks in this group are looking to leave for their safety, and some are saying, "Hey, we're standing our ground. We have a message that we want to send, and that message is they want ICE out. They want federal agents out."
How do you think you're helping?
Correct. Yes. There's mixed messages between the group of protesters, community members here. Some of them are wanting to leave for their safety because we have seen some physical altercations, some clashes between federal agents and these folks on the ground here. And again, chemical irritant, that tear gas, all of that. We've seen that. Yes. No, not presently. But I do, agents are at the ready. I see hands on the triggers of the irritant. So they're ready, if something triggers them to want to deploy it, they're ready to do that. And folks who are here are masked up. Yep. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. We have a break, and then they're gonna.
What if we're gonna shut this train down?
Yeah. Say that again?
Everybody's lining the tracks. I wonder if they're gonna shut the train down.
Oh gosh.
So nobody gets hit.
Yeah.
I think basically all the peaceful people are trying to pull back, and the rest of them.
Yeah. It does.
Let us know that it's calmed down here much. It's much calmer than it was.
Okay.
She's saying that Frankie's calm and it's crazy here. It's not crazy.
It's hey Bailey. Just so you know, it's a lot calmer here. I think, I don't know. Frankie was saying it was crazy over here. It's a lot calmer here. A lot of people have left, and I haven't seen any gas thrown in a minute. 15 minutes, 10 minutes. It's people are leaving, it seems, but there's still people here, still hundreds, at least.
Our governor asked you to leave. The mayor asked you to leave. We want you to leave. We've asked the governor to show up. It's going to start a fucking civil war. So get the fuck out of Minnesota.
Good. People yelling there's lots of yelling, but you can take us whenever. This guy's pretty passionate yelling. Okay.
You want to be on camera?
Yeah.
I am safer here than I've been in any city I've lived in the South.
Most of this crowd is gone.
They check on me.
Yeah.
If I'm on the
Big
bus,
group went and got on the light rail and left. And the other group was going to their cars. So I think,
someone pushes them.
but
They are not safe.
they're still holding a very strong force.
Yeah.
Do you think we need the largest deployment in history to our city? Does this look like a war zone to you?
I remember CBS used to be news. That was
This crowd is starting to disperse here. We're seeing folks, a large group on. We're seeing a large group leave on the light rail. We also saw folks leave on the park and ride too. But there still really is a strong force here, holding their ground and standing off with agents here. I mean, this line of agents has grown. We're still seeing more folks come out of the building. And by folks coming out of the building, I want to clarify federal agents coming out of the building. To the left here, you can see folks come in. We've seen people get in physical clashes, confrontations with officers. But I mean, that has really calmed down. There's still a lot of yelling. And I want to point out to these two vehicles leaving right now. It's hard to know if these are federal agents or not, unmarked vehicles, tinted windows, but there's potential. We've seen a lot of folks, agents, law enforcement come out, all federal. We have not seen any local law enforcement present here at the Whipple building and at the park and ride. But the folks who are here are really standing their ground. There's folks yelling into megaphones into faces of law enforcement officials. We're seeing just a lot of yelling, not so much the physical stuff anymore. It's been a while since we've seen any chemical irritant or tear gas be deployed into the crowd that is left. But we think that folks have left for their safety. We did hear one person announcing that there's a group leaving together for safety reasons, and we believe that is what happened between the park and ride parking lot, folks heading there, and folks jumping on the light rail. But the presence, the federal law enforcement presence here is still really strong, and they are still holding this line, and no one's getting through this line here this morning. But yes, we've seen all sorts of rising and falling tensions. Earlier this morning they started off by singing. That's not happening anymore, although it is calmer than it was a half hour ago when you checked in with us. But this yeah, right. Okay. We're off, but we're going to do a cut in, so it's the same thing that we did last time.
No, they're they should all be looking at that.
You show them that mic real quick.
Show you this one?
Check this level quick.
Oh.
Make sure your battery is good. Oh, it's flashing. Let me get you some new batteries for that. Asking people to head to the neighborhoods.
Stay there, yeah?
They're asking people to break up and head to the neighborhoods.
Okay. Okay, it sounds like more people are leaving.
If you're not here for watch, stand up and response in your neighborhood.
Oh, do you see us now? They said that our camera. Okay.
That should be good.
Okay.
I had to set this down for a second.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let's head out. Time to get back on local residents. Everybody, time to head out.
Probably have
Just
20
showing
minutes left
off in a stand-up.
20 minutes?
of battery.
Okay. We have probably 20 minutes left of battery before we need to get a new one. Is this the cut-in?
That's what you guys are here for. You're telling us you're coming in here going after Somalis. Well, what are you doing here, then, man? What's your issue? Anyone that's here illegally. Oh, anyone that's here illegally. Okay. You guys are here illegally. Good. But you were because she was in her neighborhood. Well, no, you turned in.
Channel 4? Sorry. Oh. Okay.
Nice and big. I can read it. That's
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
By terrorists, like you, oh, fuck you. Jesus Christ. Fuck you. Fuck you. You can be fucking tired, bullshit. Are you Native American?
I asked him if he was a national. He wouldn't answer.
You look pretty white. I don't think. Immigration is a pretty broad brush, my friend. Could you give me all the immigration laws? Explain to me refugee status. You guys do that one? You're gonna get brown people. Oh, yeah.
Okay, now it's the cut-in. Yeah, this crowd has really shrunken in the last hour or so, but there are still people really holding their ground here and a strong ground at that. I did hear one person in the crowd, a protester, say, if you're on Whipple Watch, stay here. So it sounds like folks are planning on staying here and holding their ground. This standoff between federal agents. I mean, you can see dozens and dozens and dozens of agents here down this line. Not as many protesters that you saw not an hour ago. I mean, at one point we saw hundreds of people here, and that crowd is starting to disperse. We know that some folks wanted to leave for safety reasons, and we did see, two large groups leave to their vehicles, we assume, to the park and ride vehicles, and then a bunch of folks hop on the light rail as well. But it has been contentious this morning. Right now, though, it's quite calm. There's this line, there's some yelling between officers and protesters here standing their ground. But not the physical altercations that we saw earlier this morning. We saw multiple deployments of tear gas, of chemical irritant into the crowd. We saw one gentleman on his hands and knees gasping to catch his breath, and then another person came in and took a water bottle over his eyes to get that irritant out of his eyes. But it has been an ebb and flow of high emotions and calmer emotions here, but this line continues to hold here outside the Whipple building, the federal building, between agents excuse me, that still catching up to me too with that irritant. But this line remains strong here. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of folks here at one point. It's calmed down. That line remains though here outside the Whipple building. AJ, Heather. Yeah. That, I mean, it's hard to put a number on it, but dozens and dozens, easily more than 100 plus agents. We kept seeing them come out of the Whipple building. And you know, we still keep finding more coming out of the building this morning. So it's a large presence from federal law enforcement officials here this morning. The crowd has started to shrink, though. We're definitely seeing less folks. At one point, easily 500 people were here. Not the case anymore. You can actually walk around here. This was just a full area of protesters and community members, advocates here. But yes, a rise and flow, ebb and flow rather of emotions. Community members, protesters, advocates, chanting at ICE to leave, and demanding more like ICE to take accountability for the death of Renee Good. So we've been here all morning. We've seen a lot this morning, and we'll continue to stay out here and bring you the latest. Thank you.
This guy's shoving me.
And a small group of maybe 6 people.
Okay.
Just watching the building and just watching for ICE to leave. So I think that's the group they're referring to, the Whipple Watch.
Okay.
Just watching, monitoring the exits to see if there's like a large group of ICE leaving to go somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
They were leery when I asked them, what was up. They didn't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
They were
Okay.
very suspicious.
Sure.
So, but that was Monday, and I assume that's still what they're doing. So.
Yeah.
Then you follow your duty.
Still in my shop.
Try the good guys, you know, mask are the guys.
Okay.
You gotta hide your faces. Very, very.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm proud.
Okay. That's fine.
At least you look like you got a lot of practice on your knees.
Pick it up, Teddy. Pick it up.
On top.
No violence. It's like you should be deported to me.
Yeah, it's been quite the morning, Heather, AJ. A lot going on. This crowd, at one point, hundreds of people. It's diminished a bit. And as you can see behind me, there are still folks, though, despite the fact that it's diminished, holding their ground against this really line of federal agents. We're seeing, gosh, it's hard to put a number on, but 100 plus agents out here holding this line against these folks here outside the Whipple building. It's been an ebb and flow of emotions. Tensions are high at times. Right now, it's kind of calm, but we have really seen a lot. We've seen physical altercations right now, more just yelling back and forth. But earlier, we did see multiple people carted away in handcuffs. I think we have some video of that to show you. I counted at least 4 people coming up being pulled away in handcuffs rather, and that was after some sort of physical altercation. We're not sure what led up to that, but along with those seemingly arrests, a lot of situations of chemical irritant being deployed into the crowd, along with tear gas at one point. Excuse me, I apologize if you're hearing any expletives because this is okay. And we did, I don't know if you heard that, but folks calling for no violence, for things to remain peaceful. We haven't seen that all morning, but there have been peaceful moments throughout the morning here. I'm going to step in front of the camera again. Folks yelling on megaphones, people calling for accountability, ICE's accountability. They're calling for ICE to leave the state. And I believe folks here are on Whipple Watch. That's what I heard it referred to. And I think they're seeing, this week they were trying to see if agents were leaving and get a gauge on what was their happenings, where they were going to. Yeah.
Rules for me. As it looks like not a lot of commotion is going on at this moment. That was not.
No, we have not seen any local law enforcement this morning. We have solely seen federal officials, just federal officials. And the insignia here is Border Patrol. I have seen ICE insignia as well, but just federal officials at this point. Haven't seen anybody from local cities. Right. Yep. Right. That's exactly right, Heather. We've been here since 4:30 this morning. It started out with a really small crowd. It started with singing and a sense of unity, and then that crowd really grew to hundreds of people, and they divided into what I understand 3 separate groups with a mission to bog up traffic at each exit outside of the Whipple building because they believed that marshals were coming out of the Whipple building and they wanted to deter them from what they were trying to do, their mission. And right now, for the last hour and a half, this crowd has been pushed back and back and back. This line remains, but at one point we're closer to the exit over there. We've seen more and more agents, marshals come out this morning of the building, and it wasn't always this massive group of federal agents. It's really just grown. But the crowd of protesters has really diminished within the last hour. We're not seeing that huge, massive crowd blocking off 3 exits like we were earlier. It's quieted down significantly. It hasn't always. There's been pushing, things of that nature. It's hard because there's so much going on. I haven't seen each instance happen and what led up to that with my own eyes, so it's hard for me to comment on what exactly led up to it. But I know that multiple deployments of chemical irritant of gas were thrown into the crowd, and multiple people were taken away in handcuffs as well. Again, we're working to learn some of those details about what led up to those moments and to those arrests is what it looked like. But it has not always been peaceful. There's been contentious moments, but majority of the time it has not been physical. But there have been spurts of those moments. I think I lost you. Oh, there we go. Okay. Somebody was. Thank you. Okay. No, I think somebody was calling me and it like took my IFB away.
Jen asked if we can get you in your Art's live view. Joel's gonna die. It's not my live view that's gonna die. It's my
Your camera.
But if we're dead for a few minutes, I'll just walk to my car and get a new battery.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Do we? It's pretty calm, so
Yeah.
I think we're okay.
Yeah. Aaron said to stay here
Uh-huh.
because they're gonna try to come back to us.
Okay.
I don't know when. Do you know? Hey, Aaron. Do you know when you'll? Who's calling me? Oh, hold on. Victoria's calling me. Hey, sorry. I have my IFB on the other one. How long will our battery?
A little bit longer, but
It'll last a little bit longer. We're not like so far away from the car. Like Joel could walk back. It's just a matter of when. It would be a long tap dance. How long will it take you to grab a battery?
probably have. If we're gonna be up again in like 5 minutes, I can make it probably another 10, 15.
He thinks he can
This
make
is
it another
19 on
10,
there, but I
15.
wouldn't
He's got
trust that.
19% battery left.
19 minutes. It's going down. It's 19 minutes. So, but it's cold, so I wouldn't trust that.
I have no idea where Frankie is. But okay. I can connect with him. Let me.
Check channel 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Okay, we'll try to find him. Okay. Okay, bye. We're going to try and find you. I know. Whew. Seriously. Yeah. It's like, oh, I'll try to call him. I know. Hey, Aaron. Hey, where are you? Okay. Okay, we're just at the entrance of the park and ride. Okay. Okay, bye. They were here. They went back to the car to get a stick mic. Hello. Oh, hi. So they went back to the car to get a stick mic. So we are staying here. Once they get back, Joel will go get a new battery. I mean, we could if we have. I mean, we'll last 5 minutes. Okay. 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 Sounds good. Okay. Bye. They're gonna try to take us at 9:30. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. We're good.
Okay.
Still going okay here. I'm not getting warning light yet, so.
I can hear you, Aaron. I can hear you. So the plan currently, we're close to our car, so it shouldn't take too long. But Frankie and Art are grabbing a new mic. We are still here. When they come back, Joel's gonna run back and grab a new battery. So if he doesn't make it back in time, we'll be sharing a camera. Okay, sounds good. Okay.
I literally could be there and back in
I
3
know.
minutes.
I mean, you
just dump it.
you probably can just do that. Run in quick and do it. Because top of the 9:30, you've got 15 minutes.
No, it should be fine.
I think so.
Request.
But I mean, I don't know. places.
Probably down by that gate. That's the most accurate gate because that's the only one that cars are coming in and out of. I think they're just blocking it.
They were coming in and out of over there.
On the far end?
Yeah, which is why we were there.
I mean, the better action is here.
The people they arrested, they took out and went that
Right.
way.
Yeah.
So,
You guys are kind of like waiting and ready to vote. Should we take it? Should we take that part and you guys do the soft part and be able to get out of here quickly? Or would you rather have
it
that?
doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't. We can. Yeah.
You guys decide. It does not matter to me. I got a fresh battery. I got 34% on
Yeah,
my
we're
gear.
good. I don't know. We're here until they say we're not here. So
Oh,
I don't know.
you were here till 9.
Well, that's what they said, but I don't know. I originally was doing the noon show, but I don't know if that's still the plan or not.
Oh, Victoria just asked if at least I could be live at 9:30.
Yes.
I think.
Error stream. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter.
Okay, 9:30.
I tell you what, leave you guys here with the nice quiet stuff, and maybe they'll let you go home early.
I think their plan is to take us. Aaron said. I think Aaron said they're taking both of us. We can just go back to where we were. I think that's.
I'll take the
We
nice
can
quiet
stay
stuff.
kind of over here.
Yeah. Since we've been. If you don't. I mean,
I know
it's kind of the
there's-
same on both sides.
Yeah, I know there's another agent coming, security agent.
Is there?
Yeah, that's what Patrick told me at least.
Okay.
Well, you guys figure that out.
Okay. She says plan for live at 9:30.
Okay.
So
They're still planning on having you anchor, right?
there. Okay.
That's what it looks like from the email that we got at 8:20. So.
Okay.
And then we're gonna stay here.
Is that your plan? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Did any of you get sprayed?
We were like in the
I could
crossfire.
hear you like.
Yeah.
Brought it a couple times, but not direct.
Yeah.
Not directly,
I have
but like it bothered me
here.
enough that I like still am coughing.
Did you? Yeah.
Dear gas.
You're like another day, another dollar.
The guy that ran, they launched that one in the air, and he ran over, and I thought he was going to pick it up, which would probably burn your hands. It's so hot. But then he started kicking it, and I don't know if he was kicking snow on it or what, but that's why he got so much of it. It's 'cause he ran over to it. And I was like, well, that's not right.
There's like at one point there was like so much happening at once. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know what to even like focus.
You did a really good
Tried
job.
to slowly spin
on.
around,
Yeah.
Things.
try to catch everything.
Yeah, like
I know. I told Art I kept like spinning him,
yeah.
but like there was like that side, then this side, then there was like the parking lot, and like then the guy was like coming over to us, so he was throwing the birds up. So I was like, let's flip you again, because he couldn't see, you know.
Uh-huh. All right, well, shall we like head over there and
9:30 and go from there. I moved the car at the end of this road right here,
oh, cool.
10 cars down.
Sweet.
So
Might as well move it a
I
little
saw these
closer.
spots open. I'm like, oh, I'll slide down here then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just moved up. So.
Okay. You too. How you doing? Good. How long have you been here?
Sent we're at the scene expecting that to go
Yeah.
crazy, and then Kelsey started getting put.
Yeah.
Get here.
Been here since 4:30. It's been
Not directly, but
slippery.
Okay. It's very slippery, Joel.
Yes, it
so
is.
be very careful with spinning. Oh,
He's the other morning guy that used to work mornings with me.
I'm
I'm
very
Joel.
good friends with his sister.
Nick,
Pokey.
Pokey, okay.
Yeah,
We have two, Nick Luneman too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
She's always like, my brother's a photojournalist at UCCO.
Yeah, he worked on the morning show.
yeah. We used to work with him a lot, but now he's like evenings, so we never see him. But
Okay.
he's awesome.
UCCO needs to buy you guys some freaking yak cracks.
no, for real, for real. It is just glass. It is terrible. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't seen more people fall because it's so icy.
Yeah, there were a couple, but
Yeah.
Get a second chair and put it
I can hear you. Hello.
in my work truck.
Ooh, what outfitter? Oh, CBS. Okay, cool.
Channel 4.
Okay. I don't wanna-
WCCO.
I don't want to be on the news.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, cool. Thank
Yeah.
you for being here.
Aaron was talking to you.
Yes. I hear you, Aaron. Yep, we are good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sounds good.
It tells us
Yeah.
that it's mostly border agents. It's point.
Yeah. I feel like I have. I think he said 30.
There's a sign in the snowbank, so I'm going to kind of stay here and use this post.
Sounds
to
good.
block that
Sounds good.
TV. In Ball Garden, to a protest.
I know.
Tear gas. Nice lead in. Thanks, Bachman.
Nice lead in.
342. Gosh. With the news camera instead of
I
it looks so
know.
bad.
I don't know
Why didn't
why.
they put me to use for this
Right.
morning show?
I don't know.
Set it up and just do a taped look live
Yeah.
from 10:05 or
Right.
8:45.
Something's going on. Okay. Something's going on.
I don't know if Frankie followed them or not.
Guys, we have a counter protester here. Can you notice that? Counter protester!
A counter protesters.
Elect a clown, expect a circus. 2 hours to get out of We're talking about telling you. That's right. Get away from the agents. I got a question. Get away from our agents. Why are you standing so close to the white supremacists? You guys what happened yesterday?
Whatever that Rebel Roger hot stir guy. Frankie's letting Taryn know right now. Something's going on down by them. So.
Okay.
Frankie out.
Her name was Renee Good. She was shot.
I'm trying to hear Aaron's conversation with Frankie, and I can't tell what Frankie's saying.
Oh.
I would just guess there's 250 to 300 federal agents.
Yeah.
Just doing a quick count. Trying to do counts of 10. I think we're getting close to 300.
As for like,
All these agents that are all milling around.
Yeah.
I'd say about 300.
Let's talk
then
about
the
Kelly Yu, another one of your victims.
On this side, probably under
Kelly fled
yeah. But then you have to
China
account. There's a lot of
30-some years
media
ago
here too.
because she was pregnant with a girl, and the one-child policy frowned on that. Rather than having an abortion, she came here.
Okay.
Yep, she overstayed her visa. By God, we better lock her up, right? 30 years she was here. She built a business, a family. She had a successful sushi restaurant in Phoenix, Arizona. She's about as American as I was.
You stay on
We
there.
all eat sushi,
Yeah.
right, guys?
It's actually kind of nice. I don't know who left
In
this
August
for me,
last
but
year. So I guess that's the end of her small business.
I hope.
That's the end of her American dream. We probably could have just given her a pass to stay here. But since Congress didn't do you a favor and figure their shit out for all of these decades, we're in this situation.
We're extra.
Where, yeah, strictly, if you want to just enforce,
Okay.
all you can do is just run around and round people up.
I gotta put my gloves on.
And that makes you assholes. Don't be assholes. Let's have a functional immigration system. And if it isn't functional, then don't be a part of the problem. Better to let Kelly Yu have her fucking sushi restaurant in Arizona and her kids, the daughter that she came here to save, and just say, well, that's the rules. What can we do, guys? It's the rules. You break the rules, you pay the consequences. How many of us ever broke a rule?
Ran into
Imagine the consequence of your first
Lutheran
mistake
minister that I met last
is imprisonment
September
without
at the
trial,
Capitol. They're having
Yeah.
like
arrest
a
without a warrant, locked up in
ministry
a
at the
private
Capitol
prison
day.
with no fucking
She was
phone
like
call.
the lead person speaking.
Uh-huh.
So I did get a little voice out with her, and they're bringing a petition to the governor's office.
This is the United
Oh.
States of America.
And then
I
they
thought
ran
we
into
were
her
better than
yesterday at
this.
that scene.
But looking at the size of this
She was up
crowd
there and she
standing
came
in
up,
front of
"Are
me,
you Joel?"
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
funny.
I recognized her. And then I ran into her this morning.
Oh,
Running
funny.
across the street, and she just waved at me.
That's funny. Small world.
I think she's Minneapolis Lutheran, I think, down here in southeast Minneapolis.
Okay. There's something going on down by Frankie.
Sometimes things go wrong. Yes. That's a great euphemism for shot a woman in the head. Sometimes things go wrong. Her name was Renee Good. She did not deserve the death penalty.
Okay, sounds good.
You can't talk to a dead person.
We've been tied up here for a couple hours.
Yeah. Doing our thing, man. But I would wear a mask if I had that job. Wouldn't want anybody to know who I am. Not a cop.
Are you on the Truth Social silo? Is that where you get your information? Trump's Truth Social? Because if you forget information and you're not ignorant, then I don't understand why.
Yeah, it's really quite a different scene than we witnessed, an hour or so ago. There's really quite a small crowd and a whole lot of agents. So, I mean, it's hard to put a number on it, but Joel, Cam, and I were talking potentially 250, 300 federal agents here holding this line. As for the crowd, we're guessing less than 100 at this point, but I also want to point out there's a whole lot of media presence. So multiple, different news sources here reporting on what's happening as well. But it's quiet. For the most part, there, people are yelling their message to these federal agents, and they've been doing that throughout the morning, really. But we have just seen an ebb and flow of emotions, at times really tense, and at times more quiet, like we're seeing right now. Obviously, you can see some of these folks are just standing and doing a sort of standoff with these federal agents, and some are letting them know what's on their mind. And all of these people, these protesters that I've connected with this morning, they're calling for ICE accountability for the death of Renee Good. They're calling for ICE to leave this city and the state, and they're wanting to see some action. I do want to say, at one point, hundreds of people, and they were blocking off the entrances to the federal building, which we've seen agents upon agents come out of to form this line here. That group has really dispersed, and it's less than 100 people at this point. And again, it is calm. It wasn't always that way. We saw tear gas, some physical altercations, as well as a few people taken away in handcuffs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
We're clear until unless something happens. Pretty good.
Yeah, I just got Victoria wants me to call her, so let's see. Thank you. Yeah, that would be. I know, that would be nice.
I did not miss one.
I got some hand warmers for you.
Remember when you were talking about wearing shorts earlier?
I don't typically stand outside like this when I wear them.
You know, this guy got maced this morning.
For handing out water?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we
Did you report that?
were out here.
We've been out here all morning.
Man,
Thank
I
you.
sure wish.
Thank
I'm
you,
really
thank you.
disappointed there's not more people here.
There was hundreds at one point.
Why would they have closed the exits? Doesn't the state want us here? I mean, they want ICE out, right? The mayor wants them
A
out.
couple hundred people here.
There was at least like 500.
We would have been here. We would have been here an hour ago, except we
Oh, you
couldn't
couldn't
get
get off.
It was early.
Why would they? Why would the state agree to do that? Agree to close the exits for us so we can. There's people driving around right now. There are people that have given up
I am too, but like,
because
What
the
exits? What
Right
exits?
here on Hiawatha, you can't get off on Crosstown either direction. You can't get off back there. You can't get off
To go north on
I had to
Hiawatha?
drive all the way around the view, and I couldn't even follow my maps because it's not closed
not-
on the maps. So because I know.
Oh, okay. That's the first time I've heard
all
that.
The way around.
That
Once
it was closed.
you
That
get
was
to
yeah.
Hiawatha, you can get through.
Yeah.
But if you're not on Hiawatha, you can't get here.
there's
Okay.
another nurse that showed up not long, just 15 minutes ago. She tried for the longest time
To get
to
through
get
and
Yeah.
and she couldn't
So if somebody
because of that.
if somebody were
She's
having a
calling
heart
the
attack
city.
and they needed
Right.
to get to the VA,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're not getting there
No.
unless they're on Hiawatha. You know, it's just I don't know why the state would want to
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
the state's
work
supposed
with
to
these
watch
people.
me.
Right. Hello. Hello. Oops.
split up.
Hi. Yes, we're here. Yeah, they're just checking in to see how we're doing. How are you doing?
I'm ready to warm up.
Yeah, we are ready to warm up a little bit, but we're still okay. So they're gonna stay for later. Okay.
Well, there's some over there, but I don't know.
Not directly, but yeah, that was crazy. I can. I was planning on it.
Who are
But
you with?
I can do whatever is needed. I can stay out here. I can.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not. Okay. I'm good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, I think I'm okay. I probably will need caffeine, but that's per usual. So yeah, so we're gonna hold here until the end of the 9, correct? And then
Why is our sign down?
and then we will and then we'll head back. Okay, sounds good. Okay, thanks. Bye.
They said to hold here until the end of the show, just to make sure, and then we can go.
Go warm them up. Go warm up. Head back shortly.
She was like, "Are you okay to anchor the noon?" And I was like, "I guess." Like, I was planning on it, so I'm not gonna back out now.
How long are you on today?
PM?
7 to 8.
Dang, that's a long day.
We'll get you some hand warmers out of the back of my truck. Shit, dude. I have some in my door.
Yeah, I might
Usually.
even have some.
Oh man. Yeah, it's rough.
Over winter break, my daughter went and got a couple bears out of my door in my work truck. She knows where I keep them. And I'm like, I went to grab them this morning. And I'm like, oh, I had 2 bears.
Wait a second.
But I remember my daughter and her friend were sledding in the backyard, and where did you get the hand warmers from? Oh, wait a minute. It's now all adding up.
Murdered her.
That's crazy. That's funny.
You're a murderous
Little
mob.
stinker.
Murderous mob. All of you. With your masks on.
That's normally how this goes.
Okay. Hey. Gosh. Which ones? These guys with the. So this guy with the flags is an agitator?
White supremacist who's supporting the border patrol and telling people to get back to the agents and leave them alone.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Did you talk him out of working for ICE? Did you talk him out of working for ICE?
I'm just planting seeds in their conscience. That's what I'm doing.
There's stuff happening over here too. They're coming out. Aaron, if you can hear me, we see ICE vehicles coming out. Huh? Yeah, who knows?
Hey, guys, fuck you.
Uniform doesn't represent what it used to be. We're not safe. We don't feel safe around you. It's your uniform.
We've been cleared.
You have no business being here. I might like you.
Oh.
The whole organization. You don't trust anyone.
All right. Ooh. Yeah. Those were a lot. Those buses were full.
Yeah. The ones I could see in, definitely. Everything up, I was able to see in pretty decent. So I couldn't tell who was in, but there was people.
Okay, we've officially been cleared. Victoria says we did a great job and to pass that along and to take care of ourselves. Okay.
When I said there will be justice.
I just gotta tell Frankie we're leaving. I just don't see him. Whew.
Huh. I don't see him.
Somebody keeps saying, I'm getting fired. It's probably brought to jail.
Thanks, Aaron. Do you see them? Do you see Frankie and
I did not see it.
maybe they're warming up?
Oh, I see it. Oh,
Okay. Huh. Is your plan to stay with them this morning? Okay. So we're out here. Oh, we lost the battery. Oh my gosh. I'm like afraid I'm gonna like nosedive in the ice. Oh, thank you. Yeah, wow. Okay. Better than nothing, that's for sure. I don't know where Frankie is. I just want him to.
I parked next to him, so he's down there.
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're still parked over there. I'm guessing that's where they're at.